Hello and welcome to this week's writing prompt, specifically chosen for those people who are writing about their life, whether that be personal essays, autobiographies, journaling, blogging, almost anything really. My name is Elizabeth Bezant, and for most of my life I've been a writer and a writing coach. Now, since we're currently coming up towards Mother's Day, I thought it would be fun to put together a pack of writing prompts that focus purely on your memories with your mother, or mum, or ma, or whatever you choose to call her. And this week's prompt comes from that pack. So here we go. Write about a time when your mother surprised you. Now, I'm pretty sure that that question or prompt would come up with numerous responses, some bigger than others, some surprises bigger than others. It could be a surprise that she bought you occasionally after school. It could be a reaction to something. It could be a Christmas present, a birthday present, something special, or just something you didn't expect to happen. The reason I put together this prompt in particular was because it reflects on a story that I once wrote about when my mum surprised me. And it's also a story that has been published numerous times across the world. So it stands to reason really that I should include it. But it also shows that one simple question can inspire you to write something that has an impact on other people, that makes them appreciate what they have, that makes them smile, that makes them laugh, and makes them think twice maybe about what they do and what people have done for them. This particular story reflects on when I was due to get married. As most of you can probably tell by my accent, I'm actually English, although I live in Australia. And up until a week before I emigrated to Australia to get married, I lived in England. And I remember walking through the gate at the airport saying goodbye to my mum, not knowing when I would see her again, but also very much aware that there would only be one relative at the wedding that I knew, and that was a distant cousin. Other than that, there was no one from my family. He would be there because he was Australian, and most of the guests I didn't really know. So, at the age of 22, it's quite a challenging thought and thing to face. So here I was in Australia, getting ready to get married, not knowing exactly what my future would hold. And the day before my wedding, my cousin phoned me up and he said, "I need you to come over. We've got something we need to talk about." And there's me thinking, oh heck, he can't make it. He can't walk me down the aisle. I'll have no relatives at my wedding at all. And with every step going round there, I was getting more flustered and more concerned, and all the plans that I'd made weren't going to turn out how I'd hoped for them, and blah, 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 blah. Anybody who's been married, I'm sure, can understand. Anyway, I get round to his house, knock on the door, and my mum opens it. Now, how about that for a surprise? So it turns out that the minute I'd walked through the airport, she had thought, what on earth am I doing here when I should be at my daughter's wedding? And she'd moved heaven and earth to get here. Which I have to say is a memory that I will never forget, but it's also one that needs to be written. It needs to be a reminder. It needs to be there for future generations. Plus, of course, it worked out as a very nice personal essay that has been published, and it still has an impact today when people read it. So for those people who are writing stories and thinking, what's the point of writing about my life? This is the point. It touches people. It makes people react. Whether it's an emotion-filled personal essay or whether it's just an article in a magazine. Everything is worthwhile, everything has its place. And if it's a story to inspire somebody, well, then it's even more important, I guess. So there you go. This week's writing prompt is write about a time when your mum surprised you. If you found this prompt helpful, please feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notify bell and give me the thumbs up just so that I know that I'm on track with what I'm doing. If you'd like to find out more of my writing prompts, don't forget that I sell numerous packs of interesting prompts on my Etsy store. The link is in the description, as is the link to my Skillshare online writing classes. Well, that has to be about it. As always, have fun with your writing, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.